Welcome all to 2020's most powerful air fleets ranking in the world. The rules are pretty simple. I rank the different fighter jets by advanced, which is fifth generation, they must be stealth. Modern, which is 4.5 generation or massively upgraded fourth generations. Capable, fourth generation fighters. Capable at old, late 70s, early 80s, fourth generation fighters. Poor, generation 3 fighters. Hopeless, which are first and second generation fighters. Now, there's no set for any generations of fighters. These are what I think of these fighters. I count all the nation's air power regardless of Air Force or naval or other branches. Coming in at number 12 is Turkey. They've got about 260 F-16Cs and Ds, which are capable fighters. The remaining air force is made up of F-4Es and F-5Bs. They have limited electronic warfare capabilities, ISR or AEW. They also have limited fuel tank capabilities and a small transportation. They have 2 military satellites. They do train a lot though, 180 hours. Next up, number 11 is Taiwan. They've got a very capable air force made up of Mirages 2000, FCKs, F-16A and Bs, which amounts to about a little over 300 capable fighter jets. They still have 87 F-5s, which are hopeless. They have a small electronic warfare capability. They have a nice size early warning or reconnaissance capabilities. They do have some transportation planes with 19. They train well at 180 hours of flight training yearly per pilot. The next, number 10 on the list, the Republic of Korea. They are rapidly modernizing their air force. Currently, they are in the process of acquiring F-35As, which are an advanced fighter. They have a 59 F-15Es, which are modern. They have a nice blend of capable of 213 F-50s, which are indigenous Republic of Korea fighters, and 163 F-16Cs and Ds. They still have 230 plus F-4Es and F-5s, which are poor and hopeless. They have a nice blend of early warning, ISR, and signal intelligence planes. Their transportation capabilities still lack, and their annual training per pilot is still on the low side at only 140 an hour. Coming in at number 9 is Egypt. They've got a great blend of fighters, with the Rafale being their most modern and advanced fighters. They plan on buying a total of 36. So far, they have 17. They have about 230 capable fighters made up of MiG-29, F-16Cs and Ds, Mirage 2000s, and F-16As and Bs. They also have about 110 poor to hopeless fighters that they really need to retire or turn them into ground assault fighters. Overall, they have a good blend of capable fighters. The only issue is they have a lot of different weapons platforms, which means they have to use a lot of different types of logistics and maintenance support and even training capabilities. They have a good size electronic intel, ISR, and early warning capabilities with 21 planes and jets of that type. They also have a small 24 plane transportation capabilities. Overall, they've got a really nice regional size military. Coming in, number 8 is Japan. This Air Force is rapidly trying to expand, and they're going to buy more than 100 F-35As, mostly used for their naval capabilities, and some Bs and Cs, I should say. They currently have 189 F-15Cs and Ds. They've got 88 F-2As and Bs, which are home built fighters. They still have F-40s, which they really need to retire. They don't really have a lot of electronic warfare capabilities, which they're going to need to expand with their new small aircraft. They do have a nice size electronic warfare ISR, early warning, and command and control capabilities. They also have a really nice size search and rescue capabilities. They have 6 aerial fuel tankers. They have a small transportation capabilities. They also have 11 military satellites, which are very advanced. They don't train as much as they should, at only 150 hours annual per pilot. Next on the list is the country of Israel at number 7. They are rapidly, once again, staying cutting edge force. So far, they have 14 F-35As, and they plan to buy a lot more. They have 25 F-15Es. They have 280 plus capable fighters with F-15Cs and Ds, F-16Cs and Ds, and F-15As and Bs. They have a nice size electronic warfare and ISR and aerial early warning capabilities. They have for a country as small as that, they have 11 aerial refueling tankers. The transportation, it's small, but they're nation small. They have 9 military satellites. They do a lot of fighter annual training at 200 hours annually. Next up, it's not a nation. Number 6 is the Gulf Cooperation Council. They have some of the best fighters money can buy. Their issue isn't the capabilities of the equipment they have, it's the capability of the pilots. They've got a lot of Typhoons, a lot of F-15Es. They have the new F-16Es and F. I mean, that's over 260, 270 modern fighters right there. They also have a very capable force of fighters coming in at another 200 plus planes. They have a ground capability with a lot of tornadoes. They have a great size ISR and early aerial warning and electronic capabilities. They have a huge for aerial fuel tank capabilities. A really nice size transportation fleet. They have some military satellites. Like I said, and one of their main issues are the quality of the pilots, and also this is a group made up of different nations. They don't really have a centralized command and control. They don't always work well together. These issues hold them back from being more powerful. Next on the list, India at number 5. They've got about 200 almost 280 modern fighters with the Su-MKIs and they're homegrown fighters. They also have almost 160 capable fighters in the MiG-29s and the Mirage 2000s. They still have more than 170 MiG-23s and 21s, which they need to retire. They have a great ground attack capabilities with 175 Jaguars and MiG-27s. Their ISR and early warning capabilities need to be upgraded. They also need to improve the size of the aerial fuel tanker capabilities. The transportation is a nice blend of medium and heavy with 37 transportation planes. They have great size military satellites, and they actually do a lot of annual flight training at 108 hours an hour. Coming in at number 4 is China. They have a huge air force, coming in at 1,655 fighters. The problem with their air force is they still have over 600 J7s and J8s, which take up a lot of maintenance, parts, and flight time. But they are modernizing with their J-20. So far, they have 28 of them, 8 for training, 20 that actually that have been deployed. They have a nice blend of modern and capable fighters to make up the remaining, with Su-35s, J-16s, Su-30, Mk2s, J-15s, J-11s, J-10s, and Su-27s. They've got a huge ground attack capability with the J-H-7s. They need to upgrade their H-6 bombers, but it's a huge bombing fleet. They have a huge electronic intelligence, early warning, ISR, and command and control. Their electronic warfare, they need to step that up. They also lack aerial fuel tankers. The transportation, they've got a nice blend of about 75 heavy and medium transports. They've got a huge military satellites at 103. They also have 4 ground-based radar sites. Their annual flight training, they need to improve that. Coming in at number 3, Russia. Their biggest issue is, you see it on the screen, only 80 hours annual flight training. Now, they've greatly, in the last 10 years, have really modernized their Air Force, with more than 300 modern fighters, and the rest of their force coming in as capable. They've got the newest Su-30s, Su-27s, Su-34s, Su-35s, rounding out their modern capabilities. They still have very capable MiG-29s, Su-33s. They do have some older Su-27s, MiG-31s, and MiG-29s, but they're still good fighters. They have a huge ground attack capabilities with their Su-24Ms and Su-25s. Their bomber fleet is also very large. Their electronic warfare game, they need to improve that a lot. They've got a huge and a very capable ISR, early warning capabilities, command and control, and electronic intel. The search and rescue is paltry. They still lack aerial fuel capabilities, which is a huge hindrance to them. They've got a huge transportation capabilities. They also have huge military satellite capabilities and ground-based radar. They've got over 2,400 KH-101 long-range cruise missiles. Coming in at number 2 is also not a nation. It's NATO. This NATO does not count in the ranking. It does not count Turkey or the United States. This is all the remaining members. On average, between all their nations, they average about 170 hours of flight annually. They're rapidly buying F-35A and Bs. Multiple nations are. They've got 142 French Rafales, 426 Typhoons, 28 JS-39s. Those rounds out their modern capabilities. They have a huge fleet of capable fighters. Now they still have some planes they need to get rid of. The F-4Es, MiG-21s, Su-22s, F-5Bs, AMX-7s. Overall, they have a huge Air Force at 1,665 total fighter jets. They also have a nice sized ground attack with 102 Tornadoes, 26 AV-8Bs. They need to get rid of the L-159s. Now they have one of the world's second largest transportation capabilities. They've got a huge electronic warfare capabilities. They also have a modern and large electronic warfare, ISR, aerial early warning, and C2 capabilities. They also have the world's second largest aerial refueling tanker fleet. The military satellites, it's a little over about 1 per nation. Same thing with their ground base. They have 33 ground-based radar stations, which is about one per nation. Coming in at number one is, of course, the United States. They lead the world in almost every category, from spending, training, advanced planes. They have over 422 advanced planes between the F-35 and F-22s. They have over 700 modern planes with the F-15Es, F-18Es, and Fs. With the remaining of their force, rounding out as all capable planes between the F-18Cs, Ds, F-15Cs and Ds, F-16Cs and Ds. They still have about 111 F-18As and Bs. They have a huge ground attack force made up of the A-10Cs, the AV-8Bs. They've got a very advanced bomber force with 157 with their B-51Bs, B-2 bombers, B-52Hs, which are able to fire cruise missiles, which greatly increases their range. Where they really dominate, though, is their naval capabilities. They have the world's largest transportation fleet that can carry supplies, logistics, parts, everything, anywhere in the world. Their electronic warfare capability dwarfs most of the world combined. Same thing with their electronic warfare, ISR, early warning, and C2. Nothing's even close. They also have the world's largest aerial fuel refueling fleet. They've got a huge military satellite and ground-based capabilities. They have more than 3,600 long-range cruise missiles. Also not shown on the chart, their aircraft capabilities and all their forward bases allow them to be anywhere and everywhere in the world at a moment's notice. They are clearly the world's #1 air force now and in any time in the foreseeable future, because they are rapidly expanding. They're going to be buying more than 1,800 F-35As, and if you add the Bs and Cs, that's going to be more than 2,600 in all told, coupled with the F-22As. They're rapidly trying to modernize, and their flight time, an astounding 350 hours per pilot annually. And this doesn't even count all the deployment time. They have some very experienced pilots with a lot of great equipment and support. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Army Life Old Man Fat Boy Style. The references I used the International Institute for Strategic Studies. I used that Military Balance 2008, 9, and 20. Of course, Jane's Military Capabilities. The Stockholm Institution, International Peace Research Institute. I used the yearbooks 2019 and 20. Guys, have a great day. Please comment and organize them however you like in the comments below. You have a great day.